Hi everybody, it's Krister here. I am by myself, which is the first time I've done a video blog by myself in, man, it's got to be at least 2 years now. Usually it's me and Miji together, but I'm looking over to my right and she's not there. The reason is I'm in England right now. I'm teaching and I'm with the School of Biblical Studies here, which Miji and I helped last year, and I helped get off the ground at the beginning of October and end of September last year and help them to get started, and doing the same thing this year. So I meant to get this video out about 2 weeks ago or so and tried to do it before Miji and I were apart for a month, but just haven't had the chance. And this past week, in the past 8 days, I've taught 14 sessions that are about 3 hours apiece. And so had a lot of teaching the past 2 weeks, and still have more to go. I've got a session on Thursday, I've got two on Friday, and then on Monday I've got two, and then praise the Lord, it's only one a day for the 2 weeks after that. But I am gone from Kona for until October 20th, and I'm teaching a lot. So last week I taught the book of Genesis, and into Wednesday or Tuesday of this week, and then today, Wednesday, I started the book of Exodus and began that with the students here. And I also had a chance Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. I just finished probably about an hour ago teaching a biblical core course that travels around the Mediterranean basin, and they were in Turkey at the city of Ephesus. And so I got to teach them over Skype, and I have a great relationship with these guys and love them very much. And so it was so nice to see them again and get to share with the new students that are there. I'm actually going to be with them in 2 weeks. I'll be in Egypt with them, and I'll get to teach them the book of Exodus. So I'm very, very excited to do that with them. And this week I'm doing Exodus for the SBS here, the School of Biblical Studies, and it's going to be a great time together with them, as it was last week. This school is so much fun. The students are wonderful. They have students from Norway and England, South Africa, the Netherlands, the United States, and it is just a fun group to be with. And there's also a girl from South America, and so it's just a very diverse group, and a lot of fun to be with them this past week. Some of the things that have really been highlighted for us were God's faithfulness in the book of Genesis, how faithful He is even when man is wicked. And one of the closing verses of Genesis out of the mouth of Joseph is Genesis 50 verse 20, which says along the lines of the things that you had meant for evil, God has worked them out for good. And that really is the testimony of the book of Genesis, that there's so many times that things go wrong, there's so many times that man does things incorrectly, and God works them out. And He's so faithful in the midst of that working. And then what was really highlighted for this class was obedience. And that's the same thing I was just talking about with the class talking about Ephesians, is how important it is to be obedient to Jesus and to walk in obedience, and that this idea of walking with the Lord, and Paul uses the word walk 5 or 6 times in the book of Ephesians. In chapter 5 he uses it 3 times alone, of this call to walk, and walk according to what Christ has done, and walk according to the calling He's given, and walk in the light, and walk in righteousness. It's really a call to walk, and Christianity really is that call, not just to be people who think rightly or have a good perspective and have heaven's perspective, but we are called as Christians to be people who walk like Jesus, who live like Jesus, and set an example like Jesus. And so those are some of the things I was sharing. Outside of that, Miji and I have been going through a lot of trials recently. Our car broke down about a week ago. Right after I left, it broke down, so Miji's been without a car. We're still looking at getting it fixed, but it is going to be quite a bit of money. As well, we're still looking for a place to live long term. We only have housing until January, and then we're not sure where we're going after that. And our baby joins us at the beginning of December, so we're still looking for a place and looking for a place to settle as a family. Honestly, we need somewhere to live, and in all of it, we're trying to raise more support and looking for more partners monthly and regularly to be able to continue with what we feel the Lord calling us to and what we've been doing. And so if you feel like you would like to give, then you can see the links at the bottom of this page. It'll take you to our website, and you can follow that there. Or if you'd like to connect with me further, my email address is on there also. Or you can connect with me at cburgess@gmail.com, and love to talk more. So thank you so much for all of you with your prayer support and financial support. So already it's such a blessing to us, and we're so grateful for that. So thank you so much, everybody, and I hope that this catches you up a little bit on what we have been doing, and specifically what I've been doing most recently. All right, bye-bye.